cozy frost fatale. I'm alone again. I guess I can try to...
Hey, Fu! Do you need some help with the pre-show?
Oh my goodness, yes, please. That would be amazing.
I just happened to be wandering by the studio, had to dress up for the occasion, and I'm glad I'm here in time for the pre-show.
Seriously, it's like you knew that this was going to happen. That's so strange. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And again, welcome everyone to Frost Fatale 2022, an all-women online speedrunning event presented by Frame Fatale. Now, I am kungfufruitcup. Hello, here with you all. You know, and I'm joined by the awesome Frozen Flagon, aka Court, who's going to help me talk about some of the games coming up in this the marathon event this week. So very, very exciting. So you can see these runs happening now through March 6th. This is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern through midnight-ish, you know, depending on how the runs go. But for once, we'll actually get to have a break to sleep each night.
That would be really nice. We can rest, recharge, and be ready for the stream the next day.
Exactly. Now, just to remind you all, Frost Fatale is benefiting Malala Fund, which is an international nonprofit organization that advocates for girls' education. It's amazing all the things that they're able to accomplish around the world. And I've had the pleasure of speaking with various people at Malala Fund, and it's just incredible.
It really is, and like as a teacher myself, this is such a cause that is so near and dear to my heart, and makes a huge impact in the lives of girls and women to make their, you know, be able to get an education and improve their lives. It's just amazing.
Yes, 100%. And so you have some of that experience. You can, you know how it goes.
Absolutely. And this is the 4th Frame Fatales Marathon benefiting Malala Fund, and it has been an amazing experience. And we're hoping to crush our donation total from Flame Fatales, which was $127,000.
Woo, okay, we can do it. I definitely believe that we can do that. Let's make it happen. Now, okay, you're saying Frame Fatale, and then this is Frost Fatale, and then we also have Flame Fatale. Can you help us out here a little bit with that?
Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll make it super easy for everyone. So it's cozy right now, so it's Frost Fatales.
Yeah.
In August in the summer, we do Flame Fatales. And the women of the community, we are the Frame Fatales. 3 distinct words that don't at all look or sound alike.
Yes, definitely. Okay. Well, it does make sense. You know, for those of you who know about the Games Done Quick, you know, the other main marathons that happened this year, you know, we have Summer Games Done Quick, for example, which is in the summer. And then we have Awesome Games Done Quick, which is in the winter.
In the awesome?
Well, but yeah, you know, you get the idea, which, I mean, it is awesome, of course. But then we have Fleet Fatale. Wait.
Don't worry about Fleet. We never know when Fleet Fatales is going to show up.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Okay. Alrighty, now everyone, we would like to get into some of the awesome games coming up during this week. So today, for example, has one of my favorite blocks coming up.
Yes, this block is going to be
Same
awesome.
with you? Yeah. The Disney block. Wait, it's the Disney block.
All of the games have ducks in them. It's the duck block.
But they're all Disney games.
Just look at the titles. DuckTales Remastered, DuckTales Again, Darkwing Duck, and Donald Duck is in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's all ducks.
Yeah, but they're all copyrighted by a little company called Disney.
Fu, you're just obsessed with Disney.
Yeah,
and that's
okay,
all
look,
you can think about when you're looking at the schedule.
Hey.
Hi.
You're both right. You're both wrong, but you're both mostly right.
Oh, okay.
It's a Disney duck block. They're all Disney ducks, not just ducks.
All right, that's fair.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Donald's family's going to get a really good chance to show their stuff this week. Today we're opening with DuckTales, the flagship Disney duck thing.
Absolutely.
And after that first run of DuckTales Remastered getting showcased by Rika Suave, we're going to get something even more ridiculous with the DuckTales 1 and 2 Shuffle.
Oh.
Okay.
What's that all about?
Every 30 seconds, it'll be switching between DuckTales 1 and 2.
Every 30 seconds?
Yep. So every 30 seconds, they're going to have to swap between the really tight execution for DuckTales 1 and the still tight execution, but really RNG-heavy DuckTales 2. It's a lot of hoping for the best.
Wow.
Seriously?
That sounds amazing.
Rounding out the block, we've got Darkwing Duck by the same runner as the Shuffle, Bloopa, and then it gets finished out with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh.
And that's going to be a randomizer as well, correct?
Absolutely. It's going to be great.
So that entire block is going to be very cool.
That's true. I think we all here are going to absolutely love it.
Yeah. And with that, I will be over on the audio console for the entire week if anyone needs me.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Paige.
Yeah, glad you could be here to clear it up.
All right. Well,
that was useful.
Yeah, that was great. And speaking of ducks, you want to talk a little bit about the animal block on Friday?
The animal block. Okay, look, I love animals. I'm so excited for this block. All right, what would you say you're looking forward to the most?
I'm really, really excited about Baba Is You, one of my favorite puzzle games of all time.
Yes, it's a great game, but what animal is Baba exactly?
Okay, I may not know what animal Baba or Kiki's is, but I know it's going to be a fantastic run. So Uni's going to be going twice as fast as you normally go by coordinating both the arrow keys and the WASD keys at the same time to solve the puzzles.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's probably too fast for me.
Yeah, Baba is fast.
Yeah, seriously. Well, okay, that might be like a little bit more than my attention span can handle. But if we're on the shorter side of the attention span things, let's talk about I Am Fish. Because, goldfish, I Am Fish, you get it. So we have, this is an any percent run by Aranel that is coming up also, obviously, on Friday. And we got to see an early development run of this game back in AGDQ 2021 online. But now that the full game is out, we get to see more tech, more skips, all kinds of things happening. It's going to be so goofy, filled with all kinds of shenanigans. So if you were watching this past AGDQ 2022, you saw I Am Bread. Now you got to follow it up with I Am Fish. It's going to be fantastic.
It really is. And, just so you make sure what time all these runs are, you can always go to the website, gamesdonequick.com/schedule, and catch all the amazing runs that are going to be happening throughout the week.
Yes, speaking of schedule, I know it's not exactly in the animal block, but I still count it because cute bugs. I'm excited for Hollow Knight.
Oh, yes. That's going to be amazing.
I know, and I had to mention it. It's one of my favorite indie games, and we are going to get to see a 106% max completion run. This is going to be absolutely incredible. This is by Emre, and so in the game you have an upgrade system, and you can increase your weapon type and get new abilities, and then you also have a charm system. And within all of these charms, Emery is going to be using the Fluke charm and on a very specific patch of the game to show us some really cool unintended things that you can do. So really, really looking forward to that. And for some reason, it makes me think of the bonus games, but I don't know why.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, looking at the schedule, the bonus games are kept secret for the Frame Fatales marathons, but I have a feeling we're going to want Emre to stick around after that 106% run.
Yeah, I do too. So, if you want to see this super surprise bonus game and other bonus games throughout this week, make sure to go to gamesdonequick.com to learn more about how you can get those runs to happen. Donate.
Yeah, and when you donate, you also can be entered to win some of our fabulous prizes.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Sven. How's it going?
Oh, yeah, it's good. I live back here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude.
How did we not see you?
Yeah, it's my natural habit. I have camouflage. That's what the jacket is for.
Okay.
Anyway, do you ladies mind if I just kind of join you on the couch?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Great. Yeah, let me just slide that on there.
We can-
Would you?
Yeah, okay.
mind holding that
Yeah,
for
I
me?
got
Thank
you.
Yeah,
so
the
cute.
prizes are great. They're actually so easy and so cool that I could tell you about them upside down, which is really good because I'm kind of stuck right now. But don't worry too much about that. All you need to know is get your donations in while Frost Fatales is alive. You don't need to do anything special. Just donate at least the minimum donation amount. During the day the prize is available, you're going to get entered into it. Today, $25 minimum donation is going to get you entered into all of the amazing prizes we have, and we have some really cool ones. Like this hand-painted velocity clock from GDQ artist LLK. Her artwork is so good. This is so cool because it's a hand-painted clock base, but on top of it, we have velocity here made out of animation cells. She actually painted the animation cells and then cut them out and put them on the clock. It's super cool. I know what you're thinking, Court. It doesn't have hands. How can you tell time with it? Don't worry, it comes with a pair of hands. I've just been using it to practice my comedic timing. As you can see, it's been doing a lot of good work. And great prizes like this absolutely adorable small neck from Kaito Ace. It's like a tall neck from the Horizon series, except it is small. And that makes it so much more lovable. How could you not want this adorable plushie?
Yeah.
Both of them are a $25 minimum donation, and we have so many other great prizes available.
You okay there?
And, yeah,
you got it?
it's I'm kind of
Okay.
Yeah, you know what?
So, are you okay?
In 2D Zelda games, Link can do the duck walk, and that makes it part of Duck Block. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, all right, so I don't know, walk it off. Hopefully you feel
All right,
better.
hope we can get you an ice pack or something while you're recovering from that fall.
Oh,
but
poor thing. I don't know what this is, but I love it.
I don't know,
by
but
the
it's
way.
my friend now, and I'm keeping it with me for the rest of the pre-show.
All right, well, after that, hopefully Sen's doing all right, but I love these, and I'd love to see more of them. Like, could we see them, I don't know, like on the Instagram or something? Oh, yes, we can?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? What am I here for? The Instagram page. Yay! Hi everyone. My name is Era Angel. I'm the social media lead for Frostbite Tales 2022, and I just want to say you should subscribe, to like all of our things, as well as follow, because that's how that works. On Twitter and Instagram. We're also on Facebook for more content, and we're also doing Q&A with runners. We just like hanging out.
Yeah, just give big hug.
So we're doing Q&A with runners, showing clips from the marathon and showing off awesome prizes. So
Fantastic.
Follow
And
us.
while you're here, you want to talk about one of the runs you're doing in the marathon?
Yes.
oh wow, I am also a speedrunner. Go figure. So on Tuesday at around 8 Eastern, I will be playing a game called Twin Dragons. It is a very cute NES homebrew game that is also a spicy platformer. But make sure you check out the incentives for that because I got 2 words for you. Cosplay percent.
Oh my gosh. We have to see
I
that.
have to see that.
Okay. Before I go, let's take a selfie for the Instagram.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You gotta get. All right, I got it.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna post this on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and all the things, and YouTube. Just do it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Bye,
so much,
Erin.
Erin.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Awesome. Wow, so much good stuff to know. And yes, like definitely follow the accounts. I'm so excited to see all the content going up this week. Content.
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty, before we get into the actual games, let's like speed through a little bit more of like, what's going on. Okay, speed fast, going fast. Okay, Sonic. There's a Sonic block.
Oh my gosh, yes, the Sonic block on Thursday. That's going to
Yes.
be fantastic.
Yes, so excited for that. Plus, we actually get to see Sonic back in a game.
Oh my gosh, Sonic has not shown up to a Frame Fatale Sonic block in ages. What game is he in?
That's true. This is going to be the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
wow.
Yes, very excited for this. This is coming up on Thursday afternoon is this Sonic block. And this game will be ran by Metroid Crime, which usually I hate puns, but I love that name, I have to admit. So that's fantastic. This is going to be a glitchless any percent run. But there are going to be no Chaos Emeralds, so nothing to do with that, no Supersonic, nothing. It's just going to be pure movement, pure speed, and platforming. It's going to be awesome.
That's going to be fantastic. And another one of my favorite characters, Tails, is going to be shown off in the Tails story run of Sonic Adventure DX by Reisiru. And as a 2D platformer myself, I absolutely love watching 3D speedruns because just the way they manipulate the maps and the movement and the glitches and everything, it's going to be a delight to
Yes,
watch.
absolutely. There's a whole other dimension to
Yes.
manipulate just to begin with. So I would say like I kind of lean more toward Knuckles, you know, because probably the hair and like the Knuckles raps and Sonic Adventure 2, you know, those kind of things, they speak to me. But I know that we have that kind of Tails versus Knuckles showcase happening. That's in the, the Sonic the Hedgehog Forever run coming up. So that's going to be really cool. But I'd love to see them maybe in the future working together somehow.
That would be really fun. You know, I don't see Tails and Knuckles working together right now, but we do have a handful of co-op runs in the marathon happening.
That's very true. Plus, you happen to be in one of those, don't you?
Thank you so much for mentioning that. Yeah, me and Uni are going to be playing one of my favorite co-op games, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully not literally.
Hopefully not, right? Because we got to get through 32 bombs in under an hour and a half. So we've developed kind of our own language because Uni's going to be on the bomb module, disabling everything, inputting all the codes, and I'll be reading the 15-page manual to help us figure out how to solve them.
Wow, that is a lot. And I think you two are going to do amazing. However, that kind of stuff, while I think it's super fun, is really stressful for me. It's kind of like when I play horror games, you know, like the scary stuff. It's just, lots of stress.
I totally feel that because horror games scare me too. But
Yeah.
the good thing is, for the Wednesday night horror block, I think the ladies are going to be going too fast for us to be scared for too long.
That's true. With that horror block, again, that's Wednesday night, and we have a great example of cyanide sugar who can show us just how to do it and keep us nice and cozy and safe. While they run in a Resident Evil 2 remake run. Now, this is going to be a Leon A standard run, which means it's the first time doing Leon's story. You have like a little bit more substance, a little bit more strats to involved with that. But we're going to see this game ran at 120 frames per second. That means you can actually get extra hits into bosses, which is really interesting because of the frame rate. And then you also have some in-game difficulty adjustment, which is surprisingly hard to say. And that is, you kind of like take advantage of the beginning phases of the game to sort of make it easy earlier on. That means less hits to defeat enemies, which is really cool. Plus, there's some really interesting dodging mechanics. So all in all, there's going to be a lot of really cool mix of things going on in that run. And again, that's Wednesday night.
Absolutely. And after that Resident Evil 2 run, we're going to have Fatal Frame 3, a horror photography game?
Interesting. Okay.
I know, and like I loved Pokemon Snap so much, so I'm sure this run is gonna be just like it. It's gonna be so cute. There's gonna be beautiful landscapes. We're gonna go on a nice stroll through the jungle, take pictures of all these Pokemon and animals.
Sure. You'll have to watch and find out.
Yeah, I know, because Miss Scarlet Tanager, the runner, is going to be doing a ton of exploits and glitches to help speed through this photography game in the ways that the developers didn't intend.
Right, of course, just like Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I can't wait for that game and all of the other runs happening during this event. It's going to be really incredible.
It's going to be awesome.
And before we go actually into the speedruns themselves, I just want to say thank you all for joining us for this pre-show so we can, hearing us talk about these games coming up. And get ready for Frost Fatale 2022. Before I let you into the speedruns, we're actually going to see a quick video on Malala Fund so you can learn more about that. And then I will be speaking shortly with the CEO of Malala Fund, Suzanne Ehlers, who is awesome. We've spoken before, and she's fantastic. So enjoy the video, and we'll be back.
So my friends and I sometimes play cricket, go out for dinner. We just sit in the garden doing nothing, which is a problem because sometimes you have to be doing your essay and you're doing nothing. I just go crazy for cricket. Like I literally scream when I see Pakistani player getting out or when they hit a six, like I just go crazy. I would love to go to Hong Kong, Singapore, Indonesia, Argentina, maybe South Africa or Madagascar. My favorite Bollywood star is Shah Rukh Khan. He has always been my favorite Bollywood star. I think he is the king of Bollywood. But my favorite female actors have been Kajol, Deepika, but yeah, Shah Rukh Khan, all-time favorite. For me, just understanding technology, things like coding and app development and all these things is just so cool. One is Slack, which is really good for professional chit chat. There's also like a period app, which is so cool because it just tells you when your periods are gonna be, and sometimes you're completely not ready. I always carry a lip balm, my phone, a wallet. I also carry cards because I can do a few magic tricks, so I carry cards with me just in case anybody wants to see my talents. Now you have to hit the cards.
Hit the cards?
Yeah. So they fall on the floor. Yeah, you can hit them. You hit all of them. One card was supposed to be going in my hand. It's okay, we can start again. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, share and comment. Here, where?
Hello, all right, we are back. Hello, everyone. Once again, I am kungfufruitcup, and I am joined with Suzanne Ehlers, which for some reason I didn't know if to say with or by, but hello, so nice to have you here. How are you doing, Suzanne?
Hi.
Hi, thank you. Thanks so much for having me back and for once again partnering with Malala Fund.
Yes, absolutely. So it's lovely to speak with you once again. Suzanne and I have spoken in the past, but you know, wanted to kind of give all of you at home, maybe some of you are new to learning about Malala Fund. This is why we wanted to play this video and speak with Suzanne today, and especially wanted her to help us kick off this event. So to get into it, so you are the CEO, and with all of that, I'd love to hear a little bit more about kind of your perspective, like your like Malala Fund from your perspective. Like, how do you feel about it? Like, how are things for you?
So Malala Fund is almost 10 years old, which seems hard to believe. You know, that Malala Yousafzai, the whole world knows her. She won the Nobel Peace Prize and shortly thereafter established this organization to do her life's work around girls' education. If you remember, I had started at Malala Fund just a few months before we spoke for the first time as part of one of these Games Done Quick partnerships. So I would say about Malala Fund a couple of things. Number one, I can't believe that getting girls into school and staying in school safely with high quality education, I can't believe it's still a problem. And it's still a problem, like all over the world. COVID made it worse, but it was bad before that in some places. It's worse in some places. It seems crazy to me that this like cornerstone issue of like educating a girl so that she can prepare for the life ahead of her is still so hard to achieve in many places.
Right, absolutely. I know. And so, and can you explain then a little bit about what Malala Fund does in order to help girls like that who need that support, who need the guidance?
Yeah, I mean, I think our approach is one that's really rooted in local expertise. So we know that what keep girls out of school in sort of one environment like Bangladesh might look really different than what keeps girls out of school in a place like Tanzania. So Malala Fund's kind of model from the very beginning has been to work with local champions. So find the best and the brightest who are making policy change, often who are really listening closely to what girls say they need, and that girls know at the sort of center of their experience what the biggest challenges are. And then we're providing partnership, we're providing financial resources, we're providing advocacy support, whatever those local champions and experts say they need to make change in their communities. We're trying to be their best and most stable global partner in helping get that done.
Yeah, which is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, part of why we love working with you all so much, because there's just so much amazing like opportunities that you give and things that you do for all of these girls. And I know it inspires them to do so many amazing things too, which I'll be speaking with additional people who work with Malala Fund this week, and you'll be able to hear a lot about that. So I wanted to know more about kind of what you've been doing as CEO lately. Like, you know, what have you been up to? What does your role kind of encompass with this?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about a job like CEO at Malala Fund is that I get to work in service to Malala's vision and the vision of her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai. So I'm in touch with, we call them our co-founders. And so as CEO, I'm in touch with our co-founders probably on a daily basis. They help lead a board of directors from all over the world, including our newest board member, who I'm sure many of your listeners know, a woman named Vanessa Nakate, a very famous youth activist on climate change from Uganda. So I work with the co-founders, I work with the board, and then I work with this just incredible team of global activists, some of whom, like you said, you're going to talk to over the next couple of days. And I think what we're always trying to do is sort of like stay one step ahead of where the challenges are coming from. And again, if you're listening really closely to girls and you're listening closely to what they say their biggest challenges are, then you'll know where to go and where to do the best work. This last year, that's meant that we started new work on climate change because girls are coming to us all the time saying this issue is central to my education. We're coming to places where conflicts and other humanitarian crises are happening, and they're saying, no matter what's going on around me, how do I keep learning? And we're working a lot on digital technologies. So how do we keep, no matter the reason why you have to learn remotely, no matter why you're in a virtual environment, how do we really keep you connected to the best digital tools so that you can pursue your education under any circumstance? So I'd say those are a couple of examples of what's really been kind of energizing me and keeping me and the big team busy over the last year.
Cool. That's awesome. I think it's really wonderful to hear about all that, and the fact that you're able to kind of connect so directly with Malala and, you know, all of that kind of stuff around that. Now, I'd like to hear then, like you said, there were challenges happening, and I know that especially over the last year or two, there have been additional challenges. So I'm kind of curious onto what you would say the biggest challenge for you has been really lately, especially like this past year. What would you say you've had to like work with the most?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one example that comes to mind is the situation in Afghanistan and how difficult that's been for girls' education. I mean, that's maybe the only place in the world where girls are not going to school because they're girls.
Yeah.
Not because of other access issues, not because of climate change necessarily, but because they're girls. That issue has really just energized the whole global team. And it's been a big part of our focus because we are looking to get girls in school for 12 years of free, safe, and high quality education. So that's been top of my mind. I'd say climate change, like I mentioned earlier. I mean, that really has been like a big challenge to think about all the ways in which we are and aren't preparing the students of the future to really tackle those big challenges. I think my generation sort of came to climate change sort of like late, and the younger generation say, oh my gosh, we can't work on anything unless we're sort of tackling these issues. And so we're really working with girls to sort of figure out how to put their voice and solutions at the center of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. So then with that, with these two issues that you brought up, I'm really curious to see kind of like what tools and things that you've been able to utilize and implement that you think have been kind of the most helpful, or, you know, things that girls have been able to use the best to bring issues about climate change, to like have more education in Afghanistan. Like, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I would say let's start with climate change. And I think what has been most powerful from Malala Fund, and it's kind of like in our DNA, it's sort of how we do our work, but this has just been proof that the way we do our work is the right way, is that we have just constantly pulled the stories and the voices of girls from all over the world. And we've not presumed that we know how climate change impacts them. We let them tell the story of the ways in which climate is like constantly a part of, you know, either how hard it is to get to school during the rainy season, or they're not learning in a curriculum that feels like it's really preparing them to be the leaders of the future. So everything from curriculum to whether or not their teachers fully understand the issue of climate change, all the way to the real physical manifestations of climate change. Like during this rainy season, can I get to my classroom?
Yeah.
So I feel like that issue and our work on it has just proven that if you really are centering kind of the voice of girls and their truth, it leads you to do the most powerful and impactful work. And of course, we feature a lot of that on our digital newsletter, Assembly. And I know you'll talk about that a lot later this week with some of my colleagues.
Yes.
Yeah.
At assembly.malala.org, just as a quick reminder.
That's right. You know it.
I sure do.
Yeah, I mean, on, you know, the issue of Afghanistan, let me just say that with some of the champions with whom we work, we're supporting them either still in Afghanistan, or if they've left Afghanistan, what does it look like to continue to push for girls' education in an environment that feels, quite frankly, really devastating right now, a real humanitarian crisis, and really just sort of not enough basic needs met for the whole population. So what do we do to sort of make girls' education a piece of the recovery in a way that is sort of true to our mission, but also shows that we really have our eyes wide open about a really complicated set of circumstances. And again, we only do that when we listen to local experts and advocates. We only do that right when we let those who are living on the front lines of that crisis inform how we show up as an organization. So that's two examples of how it's kind of the way we do business, and then we just get proved time and time again that we're doing business the right way.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you are absolutely right, is in letting the people going through these events, like giving them the voice, giving them the proper tools, and like really, really listening to their experiences is so important. So this is one of the reasons, again, I don't know how many times I can say it, one of the reasons that we love working with you all. Now, you said something about champions, and these are your education champions. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so that's a network. We call it our Education Champion Network, and it's a number of, individuals, policy change champions in their particular environment. So Ethiopia, Bangladesh, Tanzania, Lebanon, and we every year sort of have a new cohort of champions from all of the 10 countries where we work. We invite them in sort of to the Malala Fund family. We provide financial resources. We connect them with other champions to say, hey, I'm working on digital inclusion in Lebanon. What are your lessons learned in Ethiopia? Pakistan is a place, of course, given where Malala and Ziadine are from, where we have a lot of really incredible education champions who are working on some STEAM proposals right now. So sort of the science, technology, engineering, and math with a little bit of arts in there, STEAM. So we're doing that sort of work with champions, not only supporting their individual efforts, but really trying to help them build kind of collective power across their tables and their coalitions and country. And when we start traveling again, when COVID, isn't over because I don't think it'll ever be fully over.
Right.
But when we get back out in the world, what does it mean to pull together some of those champions from all over the globe to really sit shoulder to shoulder and to learn from each other and to help advance the work in a more global way? So that's our network of education champions, really some of the best and the brightest around the world working on girls' education.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like it's like I'm just imagining like you spreading your fingers across the planet to be like, we're helping. Here we are. That's really, really cool. And so among that, like you may have already kind of touched upon this in a way, but I'm curious, especially for you in your position as CEO, overseeing all of this, like what your goals are. Do you have any specific goals you'd like to share with us that you have for this year or maybe the next 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, well, we do actually. We're in the middle of our planning process for our next kind of fiscal year. So you're asking at a really good moment. I think one of our goals continues to be keeping a focus on places like Afghanistan, where girls aren't in school because they're girls. And how do we really bring the world's attention to such a travesty and an injustice? I think we're always thinking about ways to innovate. So we're listening to those champions and we're saying, what are we doing that, we need to continue, and what do we need to start doing so that we're meeting the kind of new and emerging needs? I think an issue like climate and issues like digital technology and ed tech are sort of like right in that space. Mm-hmm. I think that we have to be even more led by the experience of girls. So even though I might say, well, we do it pretty well, don't we? The truth is we can always be doing it better. And so one of our organizational priorities for this next year is just to continue to really deepen. And what you said, like just listen more to the experience of girls, what they say are their barriers, what they say are their access issues, what's really keeping them out of the classroom, either at the family or the community level. I'm not sure as a girls' education organization that you can ever do too much of listening to girls. So that's an organizational goal for this next year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I mean, again, like it's important to have the mindset of we can always do better. Like we can always do more. So I think that that's really amazing. And I'm sure that we will hear a lot of those voices and can read about them online and all of these things. Now switching gears a little bit. I'm curious because we've spoken before, obviously, several times. And I'm just curious kind of about your feelings and thoughts working with us, with Femme Fatale. Like, how has that been for you? Like, what have you felt like? Like, what's been the most interesting thing for you, or maybe like the newest thing you've been learning about?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that I really knew about the world of speedrunners before you guys had been in touch with us. So I have two girls. I have a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old who are way more conversant in sort of the gaming world than I am. For me, it was like brand new that not only something like Games Done Quick existed, but then that you had this sort of all-female speedrunner community. And as I've watched you all over the last couple of years, and I follow you on Instagram, and I watched just sort of the interplay between you and some of the other members, I'm just like, I'm so struck by like what a collaborative and generous and like fun environment it is. And even though I may not play the games as well as you guys do, like I have an appreciation for what you were just talking about, like the stressful games and the sort of like high impact and kind of high energy stuff. I guess it's just really deepened my appreciation for sort of this incredible like hobby and activity and passion that so many people have that before you, I just really wouldn't have known that much about.
That's fair. I think that's a very good point. It's a lot of the times it is the answer of, I did not know what speedrunning was. Like, I know about video games a little, or, I played something when I was younger. My siblings had video games, things like that. But, like, speedrunning is so new. I just know that, like, I feel like working with you all has also been an inspiration for us at Femme Fatale, just knowing that we're growing a beautiful community of women, and it's wonderful to hear all the things that you do. Again, it's so inspiring for us, so that's why we're so pleased to talk with you all. It's a really wonderful thing. Now, before I let you go, I'm just want to follow up with anything else that you'd like to share, that you'd like those at home to know to kick off this event. Anything about yourself or about Malala?
Well, I mean, I guess just that, like, it's been, it's a wild moment in the world, right? That we're all living through. And so just to really say, like, enjoy the community that you're all in and really have fun over these next couple of days. It sounds like it's excitement. It sounds like it's a generous and collaborative space. It feels like there's a lot of like humor and really good sort of sense of just having fun and cozying up. And so I would say just deepen into that and really like enjoy the space, do a little bit of like that care for yourself. And for me, I'm trying to think, I'm in Washington, D.C. It's sunny and beautiful outside. I've got a busy week ahead of me for work, a board meeting at Malala Fund, and of course my colleagues joining you throughout the week. So I'll be keeping an eye just on how beautifully you do and how you smash the record of the past. So That's it for me. I'm really just excited about the partnership and really always grateful for the generosity.
Yes. Well, again, thank you so much for working with us. And yes, I hope and believe that we will definitely smash that donation record. I believe, I have faith. But thank you so much once again, Suzanne, for speaking with me today. It's been such a pleasure, as always. You are wonderful, and the work that you all do is incredible. So thank you so much. Everyone, please go learn more about Malala Fund. There's all kinds of information out there. You'll be learning more throughout the week. And I'm going to let you go, and we are actually going to get into our first one of the day, which is, again, Spyro Year of the Dragon by Bucci. So, Bucci, take it away, and good luck.